Okay, so this is my project. Hmm, I used HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I used jQuery for button functionality for the PHP that I used. So let's first look at the structure of my project. I had a rental.html page that you just saw. The renter page.php had the rest of the HTML for the renter stuff, and then the manager page had it for the manager stuff. And then I had a bunch of small PHP files that consisted of the rest of the functionality. Okay, so this is the main page. It's pretty small. It has Kingston in the background, or the sky, I guess. You can flip through. So we're going to start with the renters first. So this is the renter page. The first thing we can do is select a renter group. Um, and these are based on our database. So when we click on it and the options, we can see the preferences for each rental group. So for example, house, 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,500, etc. And we can see that it matches our rental group preferences over here. So it's pulled directly from our database. And we did that very simply using a select tool. So let's just select one. Let's select group 2. And when we click it, we can see the members of group 2 and their information. So when we see over here, the way we did that was we just based off of renters that had the rental group code that we selected over here. So say we want to modify a group preference here. We can do this. So let's just actually first look at what group 2 has. They have an apartment and yes to everything, 3 beds, 3 baths. So we're going to change this to a house. We're going to remove all these preferences. We're going to put $1, $20. But actually first, to show you, we have like error checking. So for example, if no one puts something, you have to fill it in. So 20, it's going to save it. And now it refreshes. And now we can check this in two ways. Firstly, we can see over here that the settings are updated. So that's nice. But also, if we go to our database again and we check rental group, we can see that it's updated to reflect the changes we just made. So that's the renter page. Let's go to the property manager page. This page is a lot more simple because it uses the two tables that are required. So here's the codes of the different types of properties, their managers and their owners. And so the way I did this was pretty simple. The managers, we selected their first name, last name based on the ID of the manager, because that's already listed in the property as part of the property. So we just did this basically and then combined it. For the owners, it was a bit more complex because it was two stages. We had to see if the owner owned a property that had the same code. So for example, John Doe owned 101. So that was done down here. We just combined their first name, last name based on if they owned the property. And then for the rent averages, that one was a quick function that we just used the join to group them, sorry, not join, but group them by the type and then average the cost. And that's what we get here. So yeah, that's basically it.